Now to our earlier report about Nigeria's new 4 tax reform bills, which the president would any moment now sign into law. Our State House correspondent Femi Akonde joins me on the news at 1 for more on this. Femi, finally, the 4 tax reform bills are being signed by President Tinubu. Talk to us about the significance of this move.
Well, this is a watershed moment in tax administration, the tax administration system in Nigeria, and it's also, a big success for President Bola Tinubu's administration, considering how passionate the president was about, these 4 tax reform bills. It was an executive bill that was introduced and sent to the National Assembly. It went through a lot of process, suffered some setbacks, but President Bola Tinubu did not relent because he says this was very instrumental to helping achieve, to help achieve economic revival and create prosperity for the country. He said these tax reform bills were instrumental to that economic sustainability for Nigeria. And he says it's just beyond signing this tax reform bill. It's the impact this bill will have on Nigerians, businesses, especially small and medium business, who mostly will be exempted from paying tax. There's also, the tax administration bill that will change the name of the Federal Inland Revenue Service to NRS, which is Nigeria Revenue Service. 4 unique bills went through a lot of process. Even in the National Assembly, we saw a lot of arguments for and against. Some people came out to criticize the bill. It took a lot of explaining by Taiwo Oyedele, who was in charge of the Presidential Fiscal and Tax Reforms Project, and indeed Zach Adedeji, who is the chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service. They were at the forefront explaining the importance of this bill to the Nigerian Governors Forum, the Northern Governors from all critical blocks within the country. They went round. Tinubu also had to refer this bill to the Attorney General of the Federation to vet it and go through what has been passed by the National Assembly. Some adjustments were made by the National Assembly, particularly, in terms of the value-added tax. Some adjustments were made. Now, this has been vetted by the Attorney General of the Federation and returned back to President Bola Tinubu and ready for his assent today. We expect the President of the Senate, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Taiwo Oyedele himself, the Chairman Senate Committee on Finance, Chairman House Committee on Finance, and other critical stakeholders in Nigeria's financial administration, including the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, will all be here at the Presidential Villa in just less than an hour from now to witness the signing of these tax reform bills by President Bola Tinubu.
A historic moment indeed, and Nigerians are looking out for, the full coverage of that. Thank you very much, Femi, for that update for us from the seat of power.
Thanks,
there.